So right here on the workbench we have a Handtools pack axe. Now get this out of the way, this is not a sponsored video or nothing like that. This is just my experience here with this axe today, and we'll see how it goes. So this axe was designed by Handtools and a guy named Craig Roost. He also goes by the name Rooster. And Craig is the founding member, I'm pretty sure, of the Facebook group called Axe Junkies. They have like thousands of members. Very large group over there. I've been on there for a long time. So he came up with this design, and I think this axe came out in 2016, if I'm thinking right here. Anything I get wrong, I'm sure Craig will jump up in the comments below and give us the right answer. So this is a 2-pound axe, and like I said, it's made by Handtools. It's out of their Woodcraft series. It's their premium axe brand, which means it's got a nice #1 grade premium hickory handle with no varnish on it. That's key. I hate an axe with varnish on it. And these guys are doing it right, no varnish. This is actually the first Handtools axe I've owned. So today will be the first time I've ever used one. It has a really nice leather sheath on it. Take that off. And right here is our cutting edge. You can see a lot of their, I call them hardware store axes. A lot of the Handtools axes are probably half the price of this one. And like most hardware store axes, you have to properly hone it after you bring it home. Like a Grand Force Brooks or something like that, it comes sharp and ready to put to work. But this one here, by the appearance of the bevel, it looks like it's ready to go. Now I'm going to take this axe and polish it up just a little bit more. But it's shaving sharp right here. It will shave your arm, it's that sharp. But I like to go up to a little bit shinier polish right there, and that's just my personal preference. But judging by what I'm seeing here, this axe is ready to take to the wood as soon as you take off the mask for the first time. That's pretty good. It's hard to get a good axe nowadays that you don't have to do some work to. And like I said, the only reason I'm going to polish this one up is because of my fascination and obsession with sharpening, and I just enjoy bringing this up to just a real nice mirror polish, which is not necessary for axe work by no means. So I'm going to take the axe, we're going to hone up this bevel to a nice mirror polish. I'm going to put some Obenaufs on this leather sheath right here. It's a really nice sheath. Pretty good construction right here, nothing wrong with it. But I do like to put some Obenaufs on it, because this right here, you know, it could have been sitting in a warehouse for a year before I bought it. Who knows? But I want to make sure I put some treatment on this leather to keep it from drying out. And Obenaufs is some good stuff. I'll show you guys that here in a minute. So something interesting here that I was talking to Craig about, and he's demonstrated that in his videos, and I'm going to show that footage here at the very end of this one, so stay tuned for that. If you want to see a really good guy or a master with an axe in his hand, and stay tuned to the end of the video. Craig does an outstanding job on timber framing with just an axe. But he was talking about the bevel. This is a 25-degree flat grind bevel, so it's not convex or concave or nothing going on like that. I've seen both in axes before. And this is a flat 25-degree bevel, and according to Craig, and his videos will show that, he uses this just like a slick or a large chisel. So I'm hoping to get the same results today when we put this to work. It's got phantom bevels on here, which means there's less contact with the wood when removing it when doing chopping. That's this little recess area in right here, if you're not familiar with that. It's got a hardened pole on the back if you want to drive some wedges or something into some wood. And it's a nice weight. This 2 pounds is nice. The handle is 24 inches long. And I really like this little beard up here and the way it's offset, because it gives you a really good purchase right here. You can do some really nice carving up close with this. And I can see how this fits in my hand. It should be really good today for doing some paring on this white pine. So let's get this thing honed up, not that it's not sharp enough already, and put it to some white pine and see how it does. This is for the timber frame. And right here, the pencil lines you might not be able to see. Got some waste right here on both sides, but this right here is going to be a mortise for a knee brace. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the chain mortiser up here and take care of this mortise. It needs to be a final depth of 3 1/4 inches. The 10 is 3 inches. That quarter leaves you a little leeway in there, but we also have to allow for this 1/2 inch housing. So I need to cut it 3 3/4 inches deep right here on this 2-inch mortise. So we got 2 inches right here of material to remove. And then we'll take the mortiser off, we'll square up the walls right here on the sides. When I'm getting pretty good at that mortiser, I'm having limited chisel work when I use it now. I'm getting really close to my layout lines, close enough to where it's a good solid wall, and there's no need to clean up with the chisel. And then I'll come in here with the saw and I'll cut some curves right here because we need to do a 1/2 inch housing. And that's when we'll use this adze. We'll come in here with the hand saw, remove some material, and come in here with the adze and clean that out, and then use it like a chisel and see how good we can get this housing right here. You know, tools are expensive, especially good tools like this. This Makita is about $1,700 or $1,800. And that's a lot of money for a tool. That's a whole lot of money, especially for a single purpose tool. I don't think there's any other purpose for this tool rather than timber framing. You couldn't use this on furniture, it's way too aggressive. But I tell you what, I've spent a lot of money on tools, and I am 40 years old. And this is one tool right here that has been worth every penny right here. An amazing machine. To drill those mortises as perfect as they drill them and that fast, it's ridiculous. I would have hated to have done this by hand. It would have took so much longer. It's taken long enough as is. Just an amazing machine. If you want good stuff, guys, you gotta pay more money. That's all there is to it. It's well worth it in the end. Let's move this thing over now. Make about probably 2 more passes. Then we'll be ready to cut the housing and put our adze to work. Got some backlight coming through right here. It's always something on these videos. Trying to always get the best shot, and never fails. There's something backlighting you from behind. Maybe I should tint those. What a mess. All right, guys. Let's put this axe to work. Hopefully I'll do it justice here and don't mess anything up. It's easy to take this wood off, especially this white pine, but it's pretty hard to put it back on. So we'll see how we do here with this axe. It feels a lot like my Grand First Brooks Mortis axe as far as the weight of it goes. Feels like that in my hand, and with that 25-degree bevel, it's a flat grind, should be okay right here. So let's chop out some wood here and see how we can do. Right about now, Craig is probably watching this video. He's probably saying, boy, throw that axe back and take off some wood. Quit babying it. And he's probably right about that, but let's get used to this thing first. Never used it before. Edge is holding up just fine. It's cutting pretty good. Got to my layout line right there. Don't want to go any deeper. Clean up that corner. Not bad, peeled right down to my knife line. That's what you want. Not bad.
the series, but throughout the season, it feels like needing quality starts and needing your rotation to go deeper.